Hi guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here to just bring you my latest journal. I did do a craft with me creating kind of a couple of pages for this journal, so you may have already seen a couple of those. So it's a ring bound journal and it's using my digi kit called Blue Haze. It's turned out pretty chunky, but it feels absolutely gorgeous because the covers are made from a kind of envelope. Well, an envelope, not a kind of envelope, and they're covered with some hessian and then a collage of kind of fabrics and things on the front and also on the back. So they've still got that squidgy feel of kind of an envelope, which, you know, feels just really, really nice. So the actual journal itself is 6.5 by just over 9 inches, and it's got this gorgeous flower, which is one of my puffed yo-yos, and it's just held on here with a little tiny bulldog clip. I did this in my Fabulous Flowers journal, and I just thought actually that's quite nice to give people the option of whether or not they want to kind of glue it on or not. So obviously on the back, it's just kind of got the, you know, the back of the flower, but you could always kind of glue that onto a brooch pin if you wished, or, you know, kind of glue it onto the journal however you wanted to do, you know, whatever you wanted to do with that. So that's included. And then it's got just a couple of strands of lace here on the rings. They're attached with a bulb pin, and then it has some of that gorgeous lace that I showed in a video recently. So here, obviously, you've got a whole different collage of various laces and flowers and a little ruffle. You've got a diamante piece here, and then more flowers, some more of that gorgeous trim. And then you've got that huge turquoise kind of gem there. So super pretty. And the back is kind of similar, but slightly less collaging going on. So you've got kind of a collage, but, you know, slightly less. And then you've just got a ruffle here. The closure itself is some gorgeous organza ribbon, and what I've done is I've just kind of done it doubled up. So you've got a very kind of pale, kind of aqua bluey type colour, and then you've also got a kind of minty green colour. So they're doubled up on the front and the back. Now, as it's obviously made from an envelope, the front and back cover, inside you've got massive pockets. So there's a pocket at the front and there's a pocket at the back. So giving you loads and loads of space. I mean, as you can see, it's got tons of space in there. And inside there, you've just got a little kind of miniature journal. So this is made from just literally some of the gorgeous background papers from the Blue Haze kit. I've just cut it down and then stitched in some kind of scraps of paper. It's all been coffee dyed. And then I've just kind of stitched it literally down the middle to create a kind of little mini journal kind of book. And obviously there's 1 or 2 pages that are, again, the decorative papers, so it's really pretty. And then I've just literally popped some lace on there. So that's inside the front cover. And then going inside the actual journal, you've got this gorgeous ruffle. The inside of the front cover is decorated with some of the gorgeous background papers, and then I've just made a big pocket here, so again it's pretty roomy, and you've just got some lace trim going there. And then I just tucked in some of the coffee dyed background paper that just literally folded it down, and, you know, you've got extra journaling space there, and just popped that into the pocket. You'll have to excuse the noise in the background if you can hear that. It's my printer obviously printing yet more things, so I apologise for that. Here on this page, you've got here one of the pockets from the kit. So I've just popped some lace on there, some faux de monte, a little flower there, and then some fabric ruffle down the bottom, and then a gorgeous bow, which obviously is done in one of the organza ribbons. And then here I've just tucked one of the tags from the kit, which has just been coffee dyed, and I just kind of double layered some lace at the top of that. And then here there is a ticket from the kit, which I just literally made a little pocket and tucked in a couple of other items from the kit in there. So it's all been coffee dyed, and you've just got some lace trim at the top. They just go in like that, and then the tag in there. And then going over the page here, we've just got here a little fold out. So this is just from some coffee dyed paper, and I've literally just kind of glued on one of the journaling cards from the kit as a closure. So it obviously tucks in kind of there. So you've obviously got journaling space in here. And then it literally just tucks in behind there to kind of hold it closed like that. And then you've just got some stamping going on here, and that's in that gorgeous blue, it's called Azure, stays on ink. So again, if you watch the craft with me, then you know you'll be familiar with how much that was drying out. So I did struggle to use it in the end. And then I've got some turquoise lace running down the side, a little bit of faux de monte up there. Just popped a piece of doily on, and then a ticket here from the kit, and one of the butterflies from the kit, which I also fussy cut out. And then you've got obviously some stamping in the corners. And then here I just made a little kind of flippy kind of pad, I guess. Again, just featuring one or two of the decorative background pages, and also some plain pages in there. Obviously the decorative background ones, they are plain on the back anyway. But it just kind of made it more interesting. And I just stitched that obviously, and then I've just popped some lace across the top. So that's in there. Now on the following page, now if you saw my launch of this kit, I did kind of show what I intended to do with this butterfly. So I did do it on this page. So this is just one of the background papers. I just fussy cut the huge butterfly from there. I then fussy cut one of the other butterflies from another piece of the kit, layered it up, popped some pearl trim on the middle, some lace down the side, and some faux de monte here. I've obviously stamped around the edge. And then here I've tucked behind the wings of the smaller butterfly, I've just tucked one of the tickets from the kit. That just goes in there. And then I just made again another little kind of flippy kind of pad. And again, this is literally just from offcuts of the background pages, you know, that I didn't kind of need. So I literally just kind of made that. So that just tucks in there. And then on the next page, we've got another one of the pockets from the kit. And I've just put some ruffle actually on top of the pocket. I've popped here one of the tickets from the kit. I left that kind of loose, so if you wanted to kind of bend it, you could. But you may want to kind of glue that down. It was just kind of an experiment, you know. Obviously it would be down to the owner to decide whether they liked it like that. I've popped some lace trim around at a kind of curve. And then here again, I've kind of made another little pad, just taking some of what I refer to as the stationery items from the kit. And I've just popped them in, intermingled them with some coffee dyed, just plain paper, some more of the stationery, more coffee dyed paper, and stationery and coffee dyed paper. And again, I've just kind of attached that at the top, stitched it across, and then popped on this large piece of lace with some diamante. So you've got kind of quite a bit of journaling again there. And obviously it's a massive piece, as you can see, and it just kind of slots in there into the pocket. Then on the next page, I've got a fabric ruffle and a bow. Got one of the elements from the kit. I've got some turquoise lace there with some faux de monte. And then tucked into this element, I've just got one of the tickets just on some coffee dyed paper. That just tucks in there. And on this one, I just took some of the background paper and made a kind of folding little piece there, which just kind of folds around there. This is a banner from the kit, which I've just made a little kind of belly band, and inside there I've tucked a postcard from the kit, so that goes in there. You've got coffee dye on the back, and then just another element from the kit there, just so you've got kind of something pretty to look at. And obviously don't forget, this is a ring bound journal, so you can take these pages out obviously to write on them. So like this piece, for instance, you know, you could remove this page and then write on here, and then obviously pop the page back, you know, and pop it all in. So that's kind of that. Then on the next page here, I have got a piece with some string. I love using the string. And that just kind of unfolds here. And then this is one of my little pockets, which I did a tutorial on. These are just empty, so you've got room here for kind of more little bits and pieces. And this little fold out kind of is in addition to my initial kind of, you know, idea. So that just kind of folds over. I haven't added any lace or anything like that on here because, to be honest, the page was kind of getting quite full and fussy anyway. So I didn't feel it needed kind of anything else. That just ties up to kind of hold the little flap shut. So that just goes like that. Then we've got some lace trim down the bottom, bit of lace here, bit more lace up the top. And then I just did that as a tuck spot. Up here you've got another couple of elements from the kit. You've got a postage stamp, which I think I actually did that as a little tuck spot as well. So you could actually tuck something in there. And then here I've just got an envelope from the kit, which again, obviously this is empty, but you could obviously pop more, you know, ephemera or kind of pieces into the envelope. I just popped some lace and a little flower on there and some pearl trim, sorry, in the butterfly. And then on the next page, I've just popped some of the background paper there and a large pocket from the kit. I've got some lace trim down the bottom, a little flower, a fussy cut butterfly, some lace here, and a bird that I fussy cut from one of the background papers. And then inside this pocket, I've just made again another little folding kind of booklet, just made again from some of the background paper. It's been coffee dyed, and then I've just got some other pages and some music sheet. You know, just for some extra journaling space really. So that's that. Then on the next page here, you've got one of the coin envelopes, or the coin envelope, and that's just been glued down, and I've done it as a tuck spot. So inside the actual coin envelope itself, I just made again another little kind of flippy pad from some of the scraps of the background pages and some coffee dyed papers. So you've got kind of more room there for journaling. And that goes inside the coin envelope itself. And then it's also just done as a tuck spot. So in there I've got one of the journaling cards from the kit. That just slots in. I've got a postage stamp from the kit. I've got some background paper, fabric ruffle down here and some lace, some more lace trim at the top and also on the kind of flap of the envelope. And then here I've got one of the large butterflies from the background paper, and I just stuck it down kind of, you know, at the edges, so that I then had another little kind of pocket or tuck spot there. So this is just, again, a little offcut of some background page, which I just literally kind of folded over just for extra kind of journaling space, really. So I thought that kind of worked quite well just in there, and it makes the page obviously kind of super interesting because you've actually got kind of 3 places then for tucking things. Then on here I've just made a little kind of wallet. This is just from some thickish cardstock which has been coffee dyed. I just stitched it down on the sewing machine, popped an element from the kit and some more of that gorgeous sequin fabric and a flower. On the flap I've just popped some lace. Obviously I've done more stamping in the gorgeous blue colour. On the back I left plain for journaling, just with a little torn out piece from one of the background pages. And then inside there I just literally included a little piece of one of the background pages, just again an offcut, which I just, you know, folded over as a little extra piece of journaling. So that just tucks in like that. And then going over the page, I've included here, I think it was 10, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of plain paper. So that's kind of 16 sides of journaling, you know, paper. And I've just stuck on some elements from the kit. I've done a little tiny bit of stamping, and they're all coffee dyed. So they've all got kind of different little things going on, but effectively they are kind of plain. So you've got some extra space there for journaling. Little flower there that I just coffee dyed and then cut in half, stuck on a little butterfly that just, you know, I just thought went perfectly with that. So that's that. Then obviously more space here, another element from the kit. And more bits there, and more bits there. And then on the next page here, I've just got this huge like corner pocket, and this is again just made from one of the background pages. I've just double layered it onto, I think I just used some book page, old book page, to give it some extra thickness. Glued it down to there. Well, actually I think I used Mod Podge on there. Tore it down roughly. I've added some fabric ruffle at the top, some of that gorgeous turquoise lace down the side, a little flower and some diamante. I added a little butterfly there that I fussy cut from the kit, some diamante in the centre, and then I just used his wing as a little tuck spot for one of the little stamps from the kit. That just goes in there. And then a bit of lined paper from the stationery items in the kit, and then one of the big round pieces there just literally tucks in at the side like that. Then on the next page here, I've got some of the background paper. I've got one of the journaling cards there with a fussy cut butterfly also stuck on there with some pearls in the centre. That's acting as a little tuck spot as for this big round piece again. Fussy cut one of the butterflies, just stuck that on as a kind of tab, and some lace trims. That just goes in there. Got some lace trim up here and some diamante. Got some fabric ruffle and a bow, a little piece of vintage doily. And then I took another piece from the kit, one of the little banner pieces, stuck it down again as a tuck spot. So you've got 2 tuck spots here, and again I just included one of the journaling cards there from the kit, and that just goes in there. Then on the next page here, I've got an envelope, and I've just literally made it into a kind of folding flap. So on the front, decorated it with one of the journaling cards, layered it up on some vintage book page, stamped obviously in the corners, popped some of that gorgeous turquoise lace, bit of faux diamante. Then I left the journaling card as a little pocket there, so you've got one of the tickets from the kit tucks in there. And then when you fold it out, I just literally included a sheet from one of the background pages, just cut it out to kind of fit inside the envelope. So that's just on coffee dyed paper. That just literally, oops, slots in there. Then you've got one of the stationery pieces here, and another little journaling label there. And then you've just got one of the little tickets from the kit, or journaling card from the kit, and some lace ruffle, bit of lace down there. So that just goes back over and obviously ties back up like so. And this string I actually kind of wound around from the other side, but hopefully kind of you can't tell that and you can't see that at all. So on this page, I've included a little paper clip just with some lace and some diamante. And then you've got some of the gorgeous scrapbook paper, or, you know, background pages. And then I just created a little fold out using, again, some of the background page. I double layered one of the butterflies up to kind of create a bit more interest. It's got some of the background page in there, and it's just been kind of stapled in. So you've just got a few extra pages and obviously the background page. And that's got a little piece of vintage doily and some lace kind of doubled up down the side. And that's obviously held closed with the altered paper clip. Oops, so I'll just pop that back on like that. And then that's stuck down on 2 sides as a tuck spot. Oops, now I paper clipped that in, I'm afraid. And I just created another one of those little folding kind of flip books. And actually it was supposed to go this way round, because what I did was took one of the journaling cards and I kind of stuck this on the kind of reverse of it, if you see what I mean. So you've got the journaling card here, stiff at the back, and then you've got kind of some paper pads kind of there. Then you've got the rest of that large butterfly kind of poking out from behind. So that just tucks in there. Then on the next page, I think this was the page that we did together in the craft with me, and I've just got a bulldog clip on the side to kind of hold this closed. So in here, I've also included, again, another one of those little folding, or, you know, held together kind of little pads. So that's just loose in there, but obviously held in by the bulldog clip. This itself folds out, and obviously you've got extra pages there for journaling. Again, you know, this is a ring bound album, so, you know, you can take this out and obviously journal on it. This obviously is removable anyway. And then I've just got a tuck spot here with one of the tags, and a journaling card tucked behind there. Then I've got some of the background page, a piece from the background page that I fussy cut out, and that just tucks in like that. So pop that back. You've got some lace trim here, bit of stamping in the corners, and then obviously we just bulldog clip this closed again like that. Then on the next page, I've got one of the Patricia Viramonte's book page pockets, and I've now bulldog clipped this in, so tucked inside the pocket. So on the pockets here, I've just popped one of the journaling cards. I've actually glued that down, and then you've got a butterfly which I fussy cut and just popped some diamante on there, a little flower, some fabric ruffle, little bow, and then poking out kind of from behind there, you've got then a journaling card where I just fussy cut a butterfly as a little tab. That just tucks in there, so I thought that was kind of nice because you can see it poking out. And then I tucked in the side, just again, some more of the background pages that, you know, I just kind of created a little flip, folded it over, and then obviously tucked it in like this, because then, you know, it kind of adds a bit more interest to the page. And you can kind of hold that down with the wing of the butterfly like that. And then here you've just got another journaling card, just literally tucked in the side there. And now we're on the back page. So this is the inside of the back cover. So I took, again, one of the background pages. I've kind of popped it down sideways on so as it kind of fitted the entire way, because obviously these envelopes are bigger than A4 size. I've cut a flower in half that's been coffee dyed, and then just kind of layered it up with some other bits in the middle, popped some lace across the top, bit of faux de monte and a ruffle down the bottom. And then I took the envelope from the kit and I've glued it onto the inside flap of the cover, the back cover. Popped some lace down there, and then I just popped in a couple of the journaling cards from the kit, just for extra kind of journaling space. That just closes like that. And then inside this, again, huge flap, I just created another one of those kind of mini journals. So again, I've just layered up literally a piece of paper from the background paper, stitched around it, got some lace trim, some stamping, and then you've got some pages all coffee dyed inside, and they're of random sizes here, and that's all just been kind of stitched in. So you've just got kind of more journaling space going on there, really. So that's the entire book. It's quite huge, actually. I hadn't realised quite how big it was actually until doing this kind of final flip through. I think it turned out really pretty. I loved using the blues, you know, really pretty colours to kind of work with. And yeah, I had great fun kind of making it. So I really hope that you guys like it. Obviously, I will pop the link to my Etsy shop down below. So if you want to check out the journal, obviously that will be listed in my shop. If you want to check out the kit that I used to create the journal, it's called Blue Haze, and that also is listed in my Etsy shop if you wanted to kind of go and check that out. So hope that you liked it, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Thanks then, bye.